Alrighty, who's this video for? This video is for every single one of you guys, okay? It's for everybody. Everybody watching, ain't none of you know how to do a traffic stop correctly, okay? From what I've seen, literally none of you can do it. So please, listen up, watch, and learn, okay? I'm gonna teach you the basics plus your case laws about a traffic stop. So then, that way, in any city, it doesn't matter what city you're in, you can do a perfect traffic stop and a supervisor will come around and give you a clap, okay? Fantastic. Let's begin. So, REN versus US allows you to basically pull anyone for a traffic violation. So, for example, if this car runs a red light, we can pull them over. It doesn't matter. So, anytime someone challenges you, you present them with that case law, and there we go. Bada beam, bada boom. You have your traffic stop. Congratulations. The next thing that I've seen is a lot of you guys do this. Don't know why, because you're dead. You also go here, you're dead. You also go here, you're dead. And then you also stand here, you're dead. Don't do any of that. And even if you stand here, you're also dead. So there's no point. Anyways, let's go back to the car. So the reason why we angle this car, we put it at a 45-degree angle, okay? The reason we do this is so we don't get sideswiped. Yes, you also turn on the lights. I know you guys will be fuming. You can barely see them, but it doesn't matter. But regardless, you also want the key objective here is to have this engine block. It's much clearer on an SUV. Unfortunately, I don't have an SUV. My department doesn't have that many resources as yours. I made sure that this has a sheriff livery so you can tell it's a cop car and no one can yell at me that it's not a cop car. And everyone can tell that this is a sedan, okay? It's black. It's a civilian car. Fantastic. We got that out of the way. Right. Lady, you're going to be annoying, so move. Okay. So what you're going to do is also, if your city allows it, you spin your tires. That way, if right now, say my car got hit in the back, and you can do this in your own spare time in a parking lot. If you angle your tires that way and hit the car, guess what? It's going to go to the left. If you angle it to the right, it's going to go to the right. And guess what? If you angle it straight at that car, it's going to go in that car. Therefore, there wasn't even a point for you to put in a 45-degree angle in the first place. So I don't even know what you're doing. Secondly, once you do anything, okay, make sure you're still sitting in this car and you're not getting out. Okay? You're going to relay the information across to dispatch. It doesn't matter if you use 10 codes. It doesn't matter if you use plain English. Whatever. A traffic stop is a traffic stop. So I would literally be like, dispatch 202, show me on a traffic stop, westbound Clinton Ave, black 4-door SUV, occupied 1 times, no additional 32s. For example, okay? I get that this is a sedan, so in this case, 202, traffic stop, means you're on a traffic stop, location, westbound Clinton Ave, 4-door sedan, occupied 1 times, no additionals needed. The longer you end up spieling the whole ordeal and being like, dispatch, it's West Clinton Ave sedan, black, 2 people, SUV, chrome wheels, nearest postal is going to be 574, and no additionals needed. Okay, in that space of time, there could have been like 5 different shootouts that happened. You clogged up the radio, and let's be honest, if you die right here, right now, everybody's going to be asking for the 20, aka location, over and over again. So it doesn't even matter, okay? Everyone's going to be asking for locations regardless. Just keep it short and sweet, whatever you can. Clinton, if you have Alta, for example, you can literally say cross of Alta Street. You can literally just say westbound Clinton, cross of Alta. Stuff like that. Just keep it to a minimum. The other thing I also hear and see all the time is people call out postals for traffic stops. Okay, all right, that's great. I'm gonna be honest, that's great in cities which you can do postal 574. But again, 9 out of 10, ain't no one gonna remember it. And for example, someone like me, I'd rather hear the street, because if I hear the street, I know where I'm going. If you tell me the postal, I roughly know where I'm going, but it doesn't matter. Like, you tell me the postal, you could be here, for all I know. Sometimes this postal even shows up over here. So you can call out, I'm at 574, but you're actually on Conquer Ave. You're not on Clinton. You know? So, make sure you're calling it out. So that is your second step after you've angled your car, turned on your lights. You know, you can be doing this at the exact same time, but this would be a second step, okay? Next thing where you guys fail is you get out straight away. Sit back down. Sit back down. Go in your eyes and have a look. What is in front of us right now? It's a number plate and there's a computer. So what you're going to do is you're going to run that plate. Okay? When you run it, so I'll go on duty to run the plate. So you got what? I don't know what that upside down A thing is though. Oh, it's a V. Okay, my bad. Uniform 5 Alpha Papa Victor Yankee 00. And we search it. Okay? Vehicle information. So you get your license plate. You get the owner. You get the registration. You get the insurance. You can see that it's got a felon tag on it. If it shows up in tags. And you can see the vehicle model description. Again, it depends on what your CAD system, MDT, whatever you want to call it, is like. However, you got information about this car. Therefore, if you needed a felony stop, or as you code ballistic people, it's a code 5 stop, okay? Alright, fantastic. So we point our wheels out. We know who we're dealing with. We know who we're seeing. Cool. Alright. Do we approach a car like this? No, we're dead, okay? So let's turn off dispatch because dispatch is going to be annoying. Yeah, dispatch is going to be annoying. So we're going to be going around this way, okay? In this case, I'm going to be choosing to go this way, all right? So I'm going to be standing here at this side of the car, okay? The reason I'm doing this is because there is between the actual A pillar, there's a B pillar, right? A pillar means this front of the car, and B pillar means the back of this car, okay? And it's basically where A and B is welded together. You don't need to know that unless you're a mechanic. All you need to know is just standing at a pillar, okay? That's all you need to know. I don't think I can crouch. No, I can't. But at this point, I would crouch, okay? Just to be on that level with the pillar. But you can stand here as well. Reason why you want to be at the pillar is because I'll show you. So, for example, you can do this with your cadets as well. So you can actually get them in the car. And then you can make them stand right next to you. But if you're standing on the side, you don't see that much, okay? But if you're standing right here, you're literally a meat target, right? And I'll just let you be able to just shoot you right there and then. And let me get myself a pistol just for live demonstration, or a taser just to be safe. I can get you right here, okay? If you're standing there, like, unless I'm fully leaning out and back, I won't be able to get you, okay? And by the time you do this with a gun, you should be dead if you got an actual smart officer on scene. Or, you know, at that point, the reaction time between you being able to pull your gun out and them is gone. Okay, so when we approach the vehicle, first off, address who you are, okay? That's your issue. You guys are jumping into this and being like all like super cop. You're not. You're just a normal person. So I'll just be like, hello, my name is Euro. I'm working with the San Andreas State Police. Badge number 202. If you do have your badges in your pockets, this is the moment you show them, okay? Now, this is where we get two options. Now listen very carefully because you guys get it very wrong and the suspects get very confused, or individuals, people, whoever, right? They get very confused as well. First off, if they ask for the reason why they are being stopped, you are required by law to provide them the reason, okay? It's not a negotiable situation, okay? However, listen to me, however, it really depends because this is a traffic stop. So this person ran a red light. However, if there is someone with a felony of murdering cops, you wouldn't just walk up and be like, hello, why am I getting stopped? Because you have a warrant for your arrest for murdering cops. Bye. They'll be gone. Or you'll be shot dead. Either or. Don't do that, okay? That point, it's a whole different situationship, and it becomes something else, okay? That becomes a felony stop at that point. And at that point, it's further than a traffic stop, and if anything, a supervisor should be handling that, and hopefully your supervisor is competent enough. If the supervisor isn't competent enough, I'm sorry, Euro can't help you there. Okay, so now that we've introduced ourselves, two options. Again, play it safe, hey, the reason I'm stopping you is because of the red light, or you can go into the ID. The reason why you get the ID first is because you can get the conversation flowing, and then eventually they might forget that they actually gave you the ID, and then they run. Now, say if they're driving 150 through the city, which in most cities is normal for you guys, but guess what? It's not in others, because my car can't even go up to 120. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Anyways, if they're recklessly driving, killing people, doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, terminate the pursuit. That's all you need to do. Dispatch 202, terminated pursuit, 202 EST because can't be able to chase due to unsafe situation. Something like that. You know, visual contact broken, VCB, terminated pursuit. We have their ID, you have their plate, you're able to write a BOLO. If you know the person, you've seen their description, you've seen their face, go back with your body cam, write up a warrant, do what you gotta do. Okay? Now, very important here. Case laws. So we had REN versus US, which allows any traffic violations for the people to get pulled over. Okay? Then you have Pennsylvania versus MIMS. Okay? Any officer on a traffic stop can order someone out of the vehicle at any time and pat them down for weapons. Okay? This doesn't mean be a super cop and take everyone out. You also have to clarify this with the city that you're in, because you have to remember these are Cali laws. You guys are in San Andreas. Big difference. So you won't be able to get everyone out all the time, because different cities, they have different policies and they have different reason. However, if you have suspicion plus reasonable, more than reasonable suspicion, right? Probable cause, right? And I probably should explain this too, right? Reasonable suspicion is not probable cause. Reasonable suspicion is like me suspecting that guy over there doing cocaine. Can I see him doing cocaine? No. But if I did, then that would be probable cause, okay? So if I have probable cause, then I can get him out of the car. If it's reasonable, and I think this guy's got an M4 in his car, unless I'm power gaming it, there's no way for me to know that, okay? Remember, we're in San Andreas, this is Los Santos. This is not California, this is Los Santos, okay? Fantastic. All right, so that's Pennsylvania versus MIMS. We then have Maryland versus Wilson. This applies to passengers, okay? You can take them out, okay? Any children or whoever is sitting in the back there, you can get them out the car. Just because they play the card of, oh, sorry, I'm a passenger, I can't, you know, you can't take me out. No, that's not how that works, okay? Maryland versus Wilson, you chuck them straight at them. You be like, hey, listen, there's a case law, Maryland versus Wilson. You can take me to court about it. It's fine. I'm able to get you out of this vehicle too. If they don't comply, hit them with obstruction, okay? And if they're further resisting you and not letting you do your job, hit them with resisting too. At the end of the day, you don't want to be a traffic Nazi and give them everything in the book, but if they want to be like that, then you gotta be like that, okay? Perfect. The next thing applies for Brendan versus California. Let me get rid of this car. So Brendan versus California acts as keeping people in the car. So sometimes I've arrived on scenes before where I've gotten out and the individual jumps back in and jumps without a weapon. For example, say in this situation, he jumps out a pistol. I can A, tell him to get back in the vehicle. So Brendan versus California allows me to keep everybody in the vehicle, right? Usually 9 out of 10, you don't want to do that when they've already jumped out. But if you wanted to, you could. So for example, if someone hops out here, you can be like, hey, get back in your vehicle. The main thing here, right, which is also what I'm going to touch upon, which is something very important you should do after your introduction, okay? This is why it's important to watch this whole video. The introduction part, you then ask, do you have anything on your person or in the vehicle that I should be aware of, okay? Because right there, if they lie, and all of a sudden you find a pistol on their person just as this scene develops or in the car, that's a charge. You can hit them. As long as your penal code has that, you can hit them because they just lied to you, okay? So make sure that you do ask these questions before you jump to conclusions. And if people jump out of the vehicles, guess what? Sucks to suck, you're staying out of the vehicle and hold them to the side over here. In most cases and most scenes, if you are arresting people, your best bet is just to back up this car. So say if I did get this person out of the car, right? Never do this, by the way. But if there's no one in the car already, no one to reverse, that's fine to run across. There's no one in the car, right? But let's just say I detained that individual, right? Personally, I would take this car right here, okay? And I would put them in front of my car. That way they can't get hit by traffic, and you can make them face the dash cam, which will always be rolling, okay? Once you're on scene, lights are activated. After like 30, 1 minute, they kick in, and you're able to do that, okay? It's very important for you guys to have people's here, especially if they're unmasked, stuff like that, just for scene identification, okay? Important. Right. Next part is Schimmel versus California, okay? What does this mean? This means you can search the area, right, that the individual has been in. So, for example, if someone was standing here, you're able to search these boxes, right? But I wouldn't be able to go in this building because I would need a warrant. But it's anywhere where they can ditch anything. Like, for example, they were sitting on a couch. You can search underneath the couch. You can search them. You can do that and all that stuff. And this is also kind of where your Terry frisks come in, when you have reasonable suspicion to believe someone's involved in a crime or it's in a crime area. That's when you're able to do it, okay? So whenever someone says, oh, you can't be searching my car, Schimmel vs. California, I don't want to hear it. Sorry, my bad. Schimmel vs. California, you can't argue against case laws. I'm sorry, take it with DOJ. Okay. Next, you got the map versus Ohio. Remember, if it's an unlawful search that you've just done on someone, and that lady's taking the car, but that's fine. We didn't need it anymore. If you've done the unlawful search on someone, remember, it's like poison ivy, okay? It's poisonous fruit. You won't be able to use it in court. It won't be substantial. You won't be able to use it in court, and it won't hold up. So this is why it's very critical for you guys to know. I thought she was about to go for my car. It's very important for you guys to know when it is clear to search people and when it's not clear, okay? Just make sure that you don't get caught up, because sometimes when it comes to evidence, there's a lot of stuff that kicks in, a lot of stuff that factors in, and I don't want you guys to be losing your cases. No matter what city you're in, no matter what rank is, no matter what position, it is very important to you, okay? There's also Minnesota versus Dickerson. You're doing a pat down, you find other stuff on them, and if you're in a high crime area, then you're able to actually take it off them. So that means, for example, if I'm searching someone's pockets and we're on Grove Street, for example, because I searched them for any weapons or anything like that, and then they have cocaine on them, again, RP out. You guys are in a roleplay server. It's San Andreas. You don't have to pickpocket them. You don't have to take everything in their goddamn pockets. That's not what this is about. This is about roleplay. But the case law does allow you to take it from them. So you can say, hey, Minnesota versus Dickerson. That's what the case law applies, okay? So now you guys have learned how to do a traffic stop, I hope. And, you know, hopefully you can actually do it properly this time. And I'm not going to be able to see people randomly jump in front of cars or something. Make sure at the end, also, a lot of you guys forget about this, is dispatch 202, show me code 4, Clinton Ave, traffic stop, back tonight. That's all you need to say, okay? You don't need to have it long-winded. You don't have to have it for 5,000 years. This is not what this is about. You want to clear it. You want to go back tonight. You want to continue your patrol, okay? Hopefully, no matter what position you're in, doesn't matter if you're the chief, doesn't matter if you're the commissioner, doesn't matter if you're the assistant commissioner, okay? It doesn't matter what rank you are in. Hopefully now you understand better how to do a traffic stop, and hopefully you can use it in your roleplay experience, and it will help you out. So, you know what? If Euro has helped you out, and you enjoyed this one-on-one traffic stop, then fantastic. As long as you use it, I'll be happy, okay? You guys are awesome. Make sure you're smiling, and you guys stay safe, okay?